I'm an addict for sneakers.
Alright, next we got from my dude Shinsei wants me to speak about Footlocker investing money with GOAT, changing the sneaker community. That's his question. I think so, man. I think this is going to be a major thing right here. Will it be great or will it be bad for the sneaker community? That's really the question for all of you, and this was something I wanted to post on my regular channel. So this segment right here, I will be sharing on my Sneaker Addict channel, which I'm sure you guys don't mind. For everyone that's checking this out on the Sneaker Addict on YouTube, this is just a small segment of my newest podcast, episode 47. Head over to patreon.com/DJ Delz if you enjoy this, because we do an hour of this every single week with Q&A. So definitely check that out. That will be linked in the description box below. From my understanding, from what I've read on GQ and a few other outlets, Footlocker has invested $100 million to the GOAT app. What does this mean in the future? It's a little unknown at this point. But what do I see in the future? I definitely see where when shoes do sell out now, Footlocker will recommend people to go to the GOAT app. Like, for example, if the Yeezy drops and it sells out, I'm sure they'll post something on Twitter saying now, hey, we are sold out officially on footlocker.com, but I recommend you going and checking out the GOAT app. And then that's a way that they can monetize from these resellers. And it's a smart thing to do business-wise on their part, I think. This is all what I see in the future. What I could see in the future. Will they also have it where people can drop off their shoes over at Footlocker locations, maybe like a kiosk area? That could be a possibility also, because GOAT is an app where you're able to buy and sell shoes for resale value, sometimes under retail too. You can find some pretty good deals on a lot of these apps. So that could be a possibility where you go into the Footlocker and you're able to actually go and submit your sneakers to sell. And then what Footlocker would do, I would think, is they would ship it out to GOAT, where they would inspect the shoe, make sure it's legit, this, that, and the third. I highly doubt that they would do legit checks at the Footlocker locations. And do I see them possibly selling shoes for over retail at a GOAT location that's also involving Footlocker? Maybe there's like a GOAT section in Footlocker, kind of like when you go to Footlocker and you have your House of Hoops section usually in the back area. Is there going to be a GOAT area now where they'll have shoes for over retail? I don't see that happening. I mean, it could, but I don't see that happening. I do see where people are able to drop off their shoes to get looked at, but you just never know. It's definitely something that is big news in the sneaker world. Me, I'm not a reseller. I don't really buy off sites like that because I'm cheap. That's just what it comes down to. If I can't buy it for retail, I'm not buying it at all. That's just how I do. But most people, they will spend over retail for the shoe if they really, really want it. Me, I'm not doing it. I'll do trades all day. I'll do some trades. But as far as actually going and buying a sneaker on an app for way over retail, that's just not my style. But I think that's how it goes down for the majority of sneaker addicts, sneakerheads, sneaker enthusiasts, however you want to label yourself. I think that a lot of people use these apps to buy their shoes, especially also to sell the shoes. But one big complaint I hear from people that use these apps is that there's a slow turnaround as far as sending your shoes out and then getting your money. But maybe through Footlocker, that process could be sped up a whole lot. You never know. There may be where they could legit check the shoe right then and there and cash you out and give you money, and then you could go and buy something from Footlocker. That could be a possibility too. Maybe also if you have proof that you purchased a shoe in the past from a Footlocker, and they do have these setups with GOAT in store, if you're able to prove that this is a shoe that you actually purchased from a Footlocker, they'll take it in right then and there and give you cash for the shoe, what it's worth on GOAT. And you know what, a wild thought that just popped in my mind too. Look, you know, I see it from time to time, especially back in the days, not really now, but still from time to time I see it. I remember like years ago, before all this like app stuff where people would actually just line up for the shoes, before there was all that violence and people just didn't know how to act, you would see people buy the shoe and then try to sell it as soon as they walk out of the store. But now, if this goes down where you can actually do transactions through GOAT at a Footlocker location, are we going to see people going, buying the new Yeezy they won off of the app raffle on Footlocker? Are they just going to go and purchase it at the store and then say, hey, while they're on the line, I actually don't want this shoe. I want to actually sell this to GOAT. I see that this shoe is reselling for $400 or $500. I want to cash in. Literally right while you're at the register. Will things like this happen? Because that would be kind of wild, man. That would be some crazy stuff. If you see people go to buy the damn sneaker on the line at Footlocker, a rare shoe, or not even a rare shoe, something that's sought after, that's already marked over retail on apps like GOAT, StockX, yada yada yada, are we going to see people check out, then right after they check out, submit the shoe to sell? I could totally see that going down a whole lot, because that's just how it goes down. As I was saying, like before all these apps, when people were just lining up, you know, I would see all the time people buy the shoe, and then you'd see heads that just have no shame in their game. They walk out with their Footlocker bag. Yo, I got a size 10, $300, anyone wants it, you know. Then you see a few people that be like, oh, I'll give you $275. And they're like, yeah, I got you, bang. And then the sale goes down, and then they keep it moving. So that's something that could happen, and this may be just another way of Footlocker capitalizing on resellers and this culture that's going on with sneakers now. I mean, the sneaker community is a lot of buy and sell. That's what really seems to be what it's all about. Even when you go to these sneaker cons and all this stuff, it's like a damn flea market. It's just people are just selling ish everywhere. I don't know if you've ever been to like a sneaker con, but when you go there, it's just people selling this ish. It's just table after table after table after table after table of people just selling their shoes. You don't see really any displays or anything, just really flossing and showing their collection and, you know, really showing love and passion for their collection. All you see is a bunch of price tags on a whole bunch of shoes from every single table. So that's just how it is, as far as I feel the majority of the culture in 2019. That's just what I see through my eyes, and you may see something different, which is fine, because we all see things differently. Sometimes we see things alike, but sometimes we see things differently. So that's something that I could see that going down if they do take in the shoes at Footlocker locations. If you are able to drop off shoes, people may just buy the damn shoe right then and there and say, okay, well, I want to submit the shoe. I don't want this shoe. I want to sell the shoe. And then bing, bang, boom. They know it's legit. They just sold the damn shoe. They may cash them out right there. Could be. Could be a possibility. And another thing, now that I think about it, maybe they may do something like this. I know, like with some affiliates, you sign up. Every time you post a link, someone buys something off you, you get money off of it. There's some businesses where they offer you a little bit of money, or they'll double that, but it's only in store credit. So they may do something like that too, where you now are selling to StockX and they offer you, hey, we'll give you $300 for this shoe, or we'll give you $350 in Footlocker credit. And this is a way that Footlocker could really bring in some extra money doing it like that too. I think that could be a big possibility. I could really see that in the future, where they give you an option. Hey, we'll give you $200, or we'll give you $300 in Footlocker credit. I can definitely see something like that. And this is just me brainstorming with you all, just vibing. Once again, this is off of my Patreon podcast exclusive over there, but this is just such a big topic. I wanted to post this clip and share it on YouTube. Plus, I have a lot of people that always ask for samples. Yo, I need a sample of the podcast. There actually are a couple of sample episodes over on the Patreon, patreon.com/DJ Delz. So definitely head over there and check that out. If you're on YouTube, definitely smash that thumbs up button right now and leave your comments, leave your thoughts. I really want to hear your ideas and thoughts. And this is definitely going to really anger a lot of resellers, and it may even bring some happiness to a lot of resellers too. But with me, once again, I'm just not in that game. Like, I don't know that lane. I could think of creative ways that they could make this thing work, but as far as me being one of those kind of people that are selling shoes, that's just not my forte. I'm just trying to think of anything I could think of as far as with GOAT and Footlocker. I'm sure they'll have some sort of like exclusive releases too. That's something I'm sure they'll do. I mean, there's so much they could do. There's a lot of possibilities, and only time will tell, but I would love to know your thoughts on it because it's really an interesting conversation to have. So I started it up, and I'd love you guys to continue it and leave down in the comment box below. And once again, if you're checking this out on YouTube, check out the podcast. Check out this entire episode. This is episode 47. We have an hour show every single week, so definitely check it out over at patreon.com/DJ Delz. We do giveaways there, Q&A every week. It's a lot of fun, so definitely check that out.